I begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Today was the day 5 of the Grand Australian Ride. The day 4 was a rest day that I spent in Adelaide. So today I'll be riding from Adelaide to Port Augusta via Port Wakefield. I will also be stopping at Pink Lake or Lake Bumbunga near Port Wakefield on my way. The ride date was 4th of May 2022. Time taken was 7 hours 20 minutes. The weather was clear and a bit chilly. It was a bit windy as well, and there was some drizzle, but luckily I was dry. The distance was 318 kilometers. The terrain was mainly plain and straight, and there were wheat farms on both sides. I took one fuel stop at Lower Light and finished the day in Port Augusta.
Hi, good morning. Today is day 5 of the journey. So till day 4 was what I would say leg 1, which was from Melbourne to Adelaide. Now I'll be traveling from Adelaide to Perth. The first day of the journey is around 300 kilometers. I'm going from here to Port Augusta, and on the way I'm hoping to stop at Bumbunga. It's a Bumbunga lake. So it's similar to it's basically a big salt lake, and it's pink, but it's very large, similar to what I had shown you in the previous video, but this is much more larger. The color of the lake does change depending on the time of the year, where the water levels and everything, but they also have a very distinctive feature that they've built in the lake with tires. They've actually built like a dragon in the lake. But anyways, I'll be stopping there. I'll see what's the whole fuss about, and I'll share it with you as well. In the process, I'll also share with you how I go through the journey from here to Port Augusta. From here I'll be leaving soon, and I forgot my tent pole bag at Retro Motorcycles yesterday when I had given the bike for service. So I need to pick that up on the way as well, and obviously fuel up and then leave. So catch you soon. So this is what I have for breakfast. We got bread and margarine and some oats and coffee. As you can see, all vegetarian. So yeah, I'm going to finish up the breakfast and I'll catch you soon.
Just started the day. Jai Adi Shakti Mata ki jai, Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki jai, Om Ganeshaya Namah, Har Har Mahadev Har. So just checked out of the Airbnb. And the first stop is going to be Retro Motorcycles. I need to pick up the tent pole pouch. So basically I've got my tripod in the tent pole pouch, and yesterday when I was there I had to most of the bags I had taken it off at the accommodation, but I had some bags left. I thought maybe they don't need to remove it, but when I was there they told me that I need to remove everything. So in that process, when I was putting it back on, I forgot to put the tent pole back. Anyways, picking it up on the way, and from there we are heading to Port Augusta. And on the way we will be stopping at that huge pink lake. Can't remember the name. It's a little, I've been living in Australia for a very long time, but still I can't get grip over the names. It's yeah, got the 10 pole pouch. They were kind enough to keep it on the side for me and basically give it to me, as I had to inform them that I was starting early. So yeah, that was good. Now this is the 10 pole bag. As you can see, it sort of goes inside. This is the pouch. So it's for 10 poles, so you can remove the pole from the 10 bag and stick everything in this bag. And because the poles are longer, you can store them separately. The tent I have is quite compact, so I'm using this for my tripod. Now comes the big one to sit on the bike. Always a challenge. This is the thing with adventure bikes. You have to jump on the bike. So let's get started. Jai Shakti Mata ki Jai. Not good. This has caused a little delay in starting the day, but all good. At least I've got everything with me that I need. I've got my tripod in the 10 pole bag, so not used it yet, but I believe it will be useful when I need to take some good photos and there's no one around and I've got a bit of time to set it up. So yeah, and I want to be in the photo as well, then yeah, I'll need that. Anyways, so we are taking the south road. This goes towards south of Adelaide, as you might have guessed. So Adelaide is like a strip. The north road takes you north, south road takes you south. And yeah, so basically this will take us out of the city towards Golar. On that direction we will be going for towards Port Augusta, and we'll be making a stop on the way. I'm seeing this very weird road surface. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like it's a concrete road. It's a very different type of concrete road. Those lines, and obviously affects the stability of the bike. Plus there is crosswinds. So very different experience. I haven't seen this kind of surface before. Maybe even if I have, I've not noticed it, but you notice more things when you're on a bike. Alright, so I think from here we'll be taking an exit. Now this is M2. We'll be getting back on A1, so that's our primary route for the tour, which is A1, Highway 1, A1. Yep. So as you can see, A1 goes towards Port Wakefield Highway. Port Wakefield Highway, or must be part of A1. So we have a pump, a fuel station here. The fuel is almost running out now, so I'm going to fill up over here Also fill up this extra tank that extra jerry can that I have. Let's see if they have 98. If they don't, I'll just get 91. The jerry can has 98, so I'll prefer not to mix things. They've got 91 gas, 91 plus ethanol, 98. There you go. That's 98 is actually a premium fuel. Right, so we're filled up and good to go. So I'll just show what I've done. Total was 12.58 liters, 189.9 was the rate, 23.89 is what I paid. So right now the rates are around 180, 190 till now. I think it's gone as far as $2 as well per liter. So yeah, it is expensive compared to what it used to be. But what do you do? There are the current situations due to the war and everything. So now you see it looks all plain and barren, but the reality is those are wheat farms. You see, in South Australia there is a big production of grains. So right now obviously it's not the season. The harvesting has already been done, so it looks like that. But when you come in certain times of the year, you would see wheat everywhere. The speed limit in South Australia is 110 kilometers an hour, whereas in Victoria it's maximum 100 kilometers. So you can drive or ride faster when you are in South Australia. There is a gun over here. Seems to be some road works going on. Speed reduced to 40. I'm not going to stop over here because the place where I want to stop is past Port Wakefield. It's a large pink lake. So from here there is another town, and after that it's the lake. So as you can see, some road works are being done over here on the side. Look at the vastness of the land. It's like this for kilometers and kilometers on all directions. And we have not even gone into proper outback yet. This is just the beginning of outback. The outback starts. Doing a walkabout over here. Did you see that guy? He's actually walking this. I don't know how much he's doing, but he's certainly walking this path. That looks like there's a track over here going on the side. Ah, that was interesting. Never seen anyone do, like I've heard and met people who do hikes, but never actually seen people do a long hike like this one. Incredible, totally incredible. This is very long distances. So here is the famous pink lake of South Australia. It's really huge, as you can see. It starts from there, goes all the way, and just flew the drone over it. Yeah, it was fun, but couldn't go too high as the wind was too heavy. But yeah, it's huge. It's a big pink lake. Yeah, so on this side is the windmills, right on top of the hill. Now our next destination is Port Augusta. I'm going to be staying overnight in Port Augusta. So yeah, it should be approximately around 200 km or so. Depends on what we see on the way. Yeah, so about 200 km for Port Augusta, staying overnight there. This is basically when I go out of the metro areas into the outback. Between Melbourne and Adelaide, it's quite populated, a lot of tourists and everything. You'll still see tourists. The pink lake is still continuing on the side. Yes, you still see tourists along the way, but this is the real country. You know, like when you say outback, this is the outback, Australian outback. Um, from Adelaide to Perth, I'm going to be traveling for about 11 days. It will take me 11 days to reach Perth, because I'm doing about 300-400 k's every day max, and stopping at places and things. So yeah, because more than 300 is too tiring, can be too tiring as well. So yeah, you will see some really isolated places now. This is all wheat country, so these are all wheat fields on both sides. It goes on for kilometers on end, and when I say kilometers, I really mean it. If you are in India or in Europe or somewhere, when you mention kilometers, you'll be like, oh, this guy is just out of his mind. But the fact being, this is Australia, it's a whole continent, and as you can see, it just goes on the side. Anyways, I think the Pink Lake still continues. I don't know if you can see a portion of it, it's getting thinner, but it's still there. And it sort of ends somewhere further down on that side. It's quite windy today. Anyways, let's get going. To show one more thing, there's another Pink Lake over here, as you can see on my right hand side. I don't know what's going on over here. It's all, is it because of what's going on? Like, there's a lot of wheat farms around here. It's all wheat country, and you see these Pink Lakes as well. So is it to do with farming or what? Just don't get it. It seems to be quite common all around here. Before I reach Adelaide, the day before, yesterday I was resting, but as per the videos, in the previous video, you'd also see a Pink Lake. Now that was before Adelaide, before reaching Adelaide, but it was in South Australia. So don't quite understand why a lot of water bodies pink around here. Is it due to high salt content, or maybe the soil? I haven't actually spent time reading anything on the boards over there. Maybe you might be able to find it over the internet. Okay, so I'm going to stop here for a cup of coffee. I think the cafe is just here somewhere. Paris. I have seen this brand a few times on the way. Must be popular around here. See, met this guys right now. One of them bought a new one, so they are just riding nearby. Yeah, had a good break. I was just speaking to the guys briefly. Looks like everyone's been asking about this. Oh, that's a Royal Enfield. Looks like a lot of people already know about this bike. I didn't know that an Indian bike would be this popular over here. Couple of days, I think yesterday, when I was at the dealership, there was someone, I was waiting over there for the bike or something, and one guy just walked in and I was talking to him, and yeah, I was actually packing all the bags back on the bike. The service was complete, and one of the guys walked in and he came to me and said, that's I've got the same one. And we were talking about it, and then he just mentioned that, an Indian riding an Indian bike around Australia. So that's when it just struck me that, yeah, that's true. And also felt a little proud as well. And I was just explaining to him that Royal Enfield in India is like Vegemite in Australia. It's got its own identity attached to the country now. So anyways, so we are about 80 kilometers away from Port Augusta, and should take, I'll be about 1.5 to 2 hours stops, because I'm taking it easy. Right now I'm going at 100 because the road is pretty straightforward. If need be, I'll slow. If it gets too windy like it was a while back, I'll probably slow down. Camel milk, that's new. I know that there are camels in South Australia, but it's more towards the interior, not on this side. That's interesting. There's rain there. There was rain behind me for a brief period of time, and there's clear sky here. So I'm practically playing hide and seek with the rain right now. Yeah, it's wide open roads, wheat farms on both sides, so all grain production. And that's Flinders on my right, I think so, because earlier I took a photo saying welcome to Flinders South Ranges, so I believe that must be Flinders South Ranges there. That's where it starts from. Flinders Ranges is one of the big, I think it's like in South America it's Andes, in India it's Aravalli, and the Himalayan ranges. You got Flinders over here. This is the southern part of Flinders, so it's just the ranges start from here. But I will be on the left hand side of the ranges most of the time anyways. I don't know if I'll actually be crossing it. I haven't actually checked that. Just stop briefly, take some photographs. Look at windmills around us. Yeah, if there are so many windmills, means it's very windy. But interestingly, it wasn't. It was all okay. Not that windy right now, luckily. But yeah, in the backdrop you'll see the Flinders Ranges. Somewhere over there, that's where the sea is. Yeah, let's here. The wind farms on my right and left hand side, and in between the wind farms they've created a solar farm. I don't know if you can see the solar panels, but there's a huge amount of solar panels over here. Hi, I've arrived in Port Augusta now. So I'm staying in Discovery Park. I'll just show you around. So there's for accommodation, there are all cabins. So cabins for accommodation. I'm staying in this one. This is 112. Masti has just been parked right here, right next to the cabin, so I can see it from there as you walk in. There's a dining table, kitchen, it's a main bed, towels, air conditioning, the lot, and shower and toilet. So it's pretty clean, convenient, and I think it cost me around $96 or something per night. That's what you have to allow for. And yeah, so I'm going to rest tonight, and tomorrow I'm going to call it a day. I'll probably go right back into town because this is slightly outside the main town, so I might ride back into town to get some dinner, or I might even get Uber Eats because it works over here. Port Augusta is actually a fairly decent sized town. It's a country town, but it's a big country town. I think beyond this, the towns will become smaller. So now there will be smaller towns, and you could even call it villages, basically. So I'm going to go more into country after this. So this is practically where I will get more convenience. Anyways, I'll update soon with what's possible with dinner over here, and yeah, I'll call it a day. Good night. Hello. So basically I'm going for dinner. There is a restaurant called Indian Indulgence in Port Augusta, just about 3 kilometers from here. So I decided to go there because the next 10 days I'm in. This is practically the last big country town. After this I might not get any getting proper Indian vegetarian food might be a little bit challenging, so I thought might as well go to an Indian restaurant today. Anyways, hello.